Hey everybody, I wanted to give you a video update today about something cool that I've learned in Cura recently. It's about tree supports. And yes, tree supports have been around for a little while, and they are awesome, we know that. But I'm going to show you a little trick that I learned on how to make them even more awesome than they already are. So without any further ado, let's get to it, show you how we do it. Alright, so here we are in Cura, and I wanted to kind of show you guys a quick cool thing that I found out about Cura. Everybody knows about overhangs and needing supports. And usually the supports are pretty generic. You can change a few things over here under generate support. So let's go ahead and hit prepare, and as it slices, let's go down to layer view, and we'll see how this looks. So you can see these are the default supports in Cura, and they look just as you figured regular supports would look, that kind of zigzaggy, kind of boxy look to them, which is fine. Right now I currently have it only to touch build plate, so if I go back and click everywhere, you'll see just how over supported this model can be. And that's going to be kind of a pain to get some of these supports out in really delicate, brittle areas. As you can see, it even went to give some of the eyes and everything. Well, a lot of people don't know about is something under the experimental tab over here, and is called tree supports. If you don't see it, click on the little gear icon, it'll pop it up, and you got to give the little checkbox here. Tree support is super cool because it builds a base from the actual build plate and kind of tapers to become like a tree. And they are way easier to remove, in my opinion, than normal supports. It takes a little longer to slice it, it's got to think a little harder, but you can see they kind of look a little more like a tree, or a branching type of tree. And you can change the angle and the contact distance and all that fun stuff down here to get it more into the areas in which you like. But when you look at them, they're just concentric looking hollow walls, so they're way easier to break off. Now, here's the downside to these. If you go all the way down to the first layer, you see they are literally one line thick. They also kind of wrap around the legs sometimes, so you gotta be careful. But they're one line thick tree supports. And these are really difficult to get to adhere to your print bed. So there is a trade-off there. But we're going to go ahead and make it better. So under this, when you click tree support, it automatically pops open the rest of the support options. You don't have to click generate support, only tree support if you want it. Now, the big thing here is enable support brim. This also works for tree support. So, what I like to do to get these a little bit better adhesion to the build plate so they don't come off like spaghetti is I enable the support brim. It will ask you, if you click on generate support, it'll give you the option of how big of a brim that you'd like it to be. So I have mine set to 8 millimeters, just got like a nice thick brim. So go ahead and uncheck the generate support, make sure that your tree support is still enabled and your enable support brim is there. So we'll go ahead and prepare this, and you're going to see that it's going to give a nice fat brim to the bottom of them to keep it from falling off, turning into spaghetti, and just overall ruining your model. So you can't really see it right here, right? It just doesn't look any different. But if you scroll down through the layers, you can see that nice thick brim to support this one line thickness. It's still one wall, no different there, but you got a nice brim so it doesn't just peel off the build plate as it's going up. Now you could, there is, I believe, under tree support, there's like tree support wall line count you can do. I just find that it makes it harder to remove these tree supports, which kind of defeats the purpose of them in a sense. I mean, it still uses less material almost than the regular supports, but it makes them harder to break off. And honestly, one wall is just fine. You can also mess with You can mess with the contact distance, and that's generally under the actual support menu here. You can do down here support XY distance, horizontal expansion. They also have this support roof, support floor. That's the interface that can make these little tips here a little more dense if you're not getting a good enough support with them. But honestly, most of the time with these supports, you can see up here, they get pretty small, and that depends on your support diameter, angle, and your wall thickness. Thicker walls, they're not allowed to get as small, but I get a pretty good support out of these guys. So just thought I'd give you a quick video, kind of show you the difference here on supports and how you can make them adhere to the build plate better. And this really works well when you've got like tall support structures. Alright, well there you have it. How did you all like the new extra brim support feature for the tree supports in Cura? I personally think it's a pretty cool feature, and it's taken my success rate with tree supports up to like 95%. It used to be like 50-60% chance of success, and then 50 to 40% chance of spaghetti. I do like pasta, just not under extruded pasta, if that makes sense. Anyways, if you liked the video, go ahead and give me a thumbs up. Leave a comment below, see if there's any other cool stuff that I may have missed in the support options. And again, subscribe, because I'll be putting out some more cool content coming pretty soon. So again, thanks for checking out the video, guys. I hope you learned something cool today. I will catch you later.